Good morning, Royals. Today is Tuesday, March 4th, 2025. My name is Sydney Pinchok, and this is a special edition of the Royal Rundown. Over the last 4 days, our school and community have been mourning the loss of senior Mason Alexander. Today, we want to provide insight into who Mason was and hear from our school social workers about what they should expect from the grieving process. First, I am here with Coach Self to talk about Mason's life and legacy. Hi, Coach Self.
Hello.
First, what was Mason like?
Definitely a larger-than-life personality. Kiddo was not afraid of the spotlight. Unbelievably talented athlete. Kiddo that seemed to always find the camera, whether it was on the football field or in track, would know where that camera was, and had a smile that could light up a room, and a personality that was just as big. Good young man, very proud of him, glad that he was a Royal.
How is this going to impact the HSC community, and how will Mason leave an impact on the HSC community?
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's any question. I think anytime you lose a young person, it has an impact. Mason just happened to be a young man that touched a lot of lives through athletics. I'm so thankful for the Hamilton Southeastern community. I feel like over the last 3 to 4 days, we've really rallied around each other. The teachers, the coaches, the counselors, the central office administration, our administration. We're going to do everything we can to love on Mason's family, to take care of them, but also to take care of our own. We talk about family a lot at Hamilton Southeastern, and I think this is the time you find out if you really are a family.
And what is Mason's memory going to be at this school?
Well, I guess for me, my memory, it's going to be different for everybody, but I see this kiddo walking in the building with a big old smile, confident. I loved his confidence. Some might call that arrogance. I asked him one time, I said, Mason, there's a fine line between arrogance and confidence. And he said, don't worry, Coach Self, I got enough for both of us. And I appreciate that.
Thank you, Coach Self.
You're welcome.
Now we're going to hear from our school social workers about grieving during this time.
My name's Kylene Tony.
And I'm Beth Feeney.
And our role is to help you go from where you are to where you want to be. Typically, you would be referred by your school counselor, and then we do need parent permission. However, this week we are available to whatever that looks like for you. Whenever a tragic event happens, our training and background helps us support our school community.
When working with students, a big part of our role is to educate about the symptoms that they're experiencing when faced with a tragic event. Because of the tragedy of this weekend, we wanted to talk about the grief process, and a lot of the process has to do with your proximity to Mason. All feelings of grief are valid and will come in waves. We're here to process and sit with you as you navigate these next few days, weeks, and even months, because grief does come in waves. We'll be available in the library at any time this week.
So some of you might be wondering, what might happen if you didn't know Mason extremely well, or should you be feeling sad or different types of emotions? And we just wanted to validate that, yes, there's secondhand grief where you may know the person really well and grieve that way, or you may not have known the person at all, but seeing and feeling the family around you grieving can also be very sad.
We're all part of a school community here, and Fishers in and of itself is a big community, and every single person in that community is feeling this loss. And so I think it's important to note that, even if you didn't know Mason super well, you'll be feeling this as well, and all of those feelings are valid.
I think that's part of what helps make HSCs feel like such a family.
Thanks, guys. Tomorrow, we will return to our regularly scheduled newscasts. That's all we have for you today, Royals. From all of us at Southeastern Media Network, we give our love to all family and friends of Mason. If you're in need of support resources, don't be afraid to reach out for it.